In today's video, we are talking about you becoming proof of possibility and inspiration. So, I know maybe you watch other women, right? Other women who inspired you, who showed you that things are possible. But guess what? You too can also be a source of inspiration. You too can also be proof of possibility. All you have to do is bet on yourself. And so I want to welcome you back to the Made for More March series. So this series is specifically for women who are made for more, who know they are made for more, and they just want to spark that plug in them. You want to have that fire lit inside of you. And so this is what that series is for. So what I've learned over the past several years of betting on myself is that when I decided to bet on myself, there is always someone or people watching. There is always someone in your life, friends, family, partner. There's always someone who is watching you. And I didn't always see it until I would hear things like, "Oh, you inspire me. I can't believe you did that. Now I know that is possible." Or, "Because you did that, I was able to do this. Because you did that, I decided to show up for myself as well." And that's when I realized is that every single time that I decided to bet on myself, it wasn't just doing it for me, even though I was doing it for me with the intention, but secretly, without even having the idea, I was also doing it for other people unknowingly. What I realized is that when you bet on yourself, you awaken something in someone else that gives them permission. It gives them the courage. It gives them the excitement to go ahead and bet on themselves too. And so this is what it's all about, right? When you know that you are made for more, it's not just about yourself. You know that you are made for more because maybe you feel called to help people. You want to impact. You want to be an influence. You want to show someone in your family that this is possible. You want to feel purposeful. You want to feel valuable. I know how that internal feeling feels when you are sleeping on yourself and you're just like, "Oh my gosh, I just want to feel like valuable. I want to feel impactful." And a lot of times we see that in other people. We see them doing that because they inspired us. Maybe the person that you're currently watching has inspired you, has showed you that this is the desire of your heart. For example, I used to be very shy. I was not a person who wanted to be seen on camera. I would hide from the camera. The only time that I will get on camera, I believe I started having more courage to be on camera when in college, only when I was drinking, right? Because that lowered my inhibitions. But when I wasn't, then I never wanted to be on camera because I didn't like how I looked. So I wanted to be unseen. And so for many years, I will watch people online sharing things, taking up space. And I was like, "Oh, I want to do that. I want to do that. I can see that it's possible. I want to do that, but I'm scared of how I look. I don't know if I'm going to be accepted. I don't know if people are going to watch me." Whatever, all the thoughts came to my mind, right? And so what I had to do was get out of that. But when I decided to get out of that, I had a coach. I had a confidence coach. Once I decided to step into visibility, I hired a confidence coach because I too needed to work on my confidence. And so because I saw her, because I saw how she impacted my life, impacted other women's lives, guess what? That gave me proof that inspired me to also become a confidence coach because she decided to bet on herself and become a coach. That inspired me. That showed me that this is proof. Women showing up online showed me that it is proof. And then I hired a coach when I decided to show up online. And that just trickled into something where I realized, whoa, like I am made for more. Not to just show up online and share my voice. That's amazing. But I'm also made for more to coach women too. And so, you, right? Maybe who are you watching? Who are you seeing that is, when you see them, maybe you feel jealous. Jealousy to me is just a sign of your desires, is a sign that, God, your intuition is telling you that this is a desire of your heart. This is something that you are made for. When you may feel that jealousy inside, or you feel that restlessness inside because you know that you're made for more. You know that you want to impact. You know that you want to be seen. You know that you want to be visible. You know that you want to bet on yourself. But why not you? Why not you be that person? Why not you be the person who decides to go bet on themselves today and be that source of inspiration? There's always someone who needs you. There's always someone who needs you. Of course, like I said, it could be family, there could be friends, there could be people in your community. But there's women all over the world. There's people who is all over the world who, if you want to step into visibility, needs you to bet on yourself. Needs you to come online if that's what you want to do and bet on yourself and show them that is possible in a bigger way. But even if you don't even want to do that, you can also do that in your own space, in your own close-knit community, or whatever it is that you want to do, right? You can show your children that is possible. But the only way that you can absolutely do that is by choosing you, by choosing to bet on yourself. And honestly, it's just a decision. It's a simple decision. It's not always an easy decision because, the turmoil that may be inside, but it is a simple decision that you can just make for yourself starting today to say, I am going to be proof of possibility. I am going to be a source of inspiration. That alone activates confidence in me. It activates boldness in me. It activates audacity in me. And every time that I feel hesitant to do something where it's more scary, I think about, but this can be a source of inspiration. But this can be a source of inspiration. This can be impactful to a woman who needs to hear this, to my daughter. I get to show what is possible by simply just choosing. If you know that you are made for more, it is starting with the one decision that you get to be proof of that possibility, that you get to be a source of inspiration. And let me tell you, it feels really good when you become a source of inspiration, because now you go from maybe not feeling important, like you have importance, right? I hope you feel important. However, as women, as human beings, we are all made to serve. We're all made to impact in some way, shape, or form. Because when we do, that's what also provides some form of fulfillment. To know that our words meant something, to know that our service meant something, to know that our products, whatever it is that you are called to do, you know that it meant something to someone, right? We all want to feel that we made a valuable impact in some way, especially if you know that you are made for more. And so when you start to see, just imagine when you start to bet on yourself, and even your child, right? Even just the other day, like my daughter was watching, like she clicked on my YouTube channel and she was like, Mommy, I'm so proud of you. And that just made me feel so amazing, because I know that this gives her the courage to also show up if she wants to, also make an impact if she wants to as well. And so because of that, to me, that's what makes it worth it. That's when you know that that's when you know you betting on yourself just inspire someone. You betting on yourself is what you're supposed to do, because you are stepping out of your comfort zone, because you are doing what you've been created to do, not to just sit in comfort and not to live out the purpose that's been called on your life. Your purpose can bring you comfort if you're living in it. It can bring you a lot of comfort and joy and happiness. But the comfort of just not betting on yourself, that's not worth it. Alrighty. And so what I want to do is, if you have the desire to be a source of inspiration, be a source, be proof of possibility, and you want to do that in a public way. You want to step into visibility. You want to be seen. You want to be impact. I want to invite you to Queen's Launch. This is my one-on-one visibility course where you will be launching yourself. You'll be launching yourself to be seen, to make your impact, so your voice, your message, and then you will be creating your pathway to profit from your impact, whether that is profiting in opportunities or profiting in income. And so that's what you're going to be doing in Queen's Launch, where you launch yourself. But the real value with like really launching yourself is that you are living in your purpose, living in your calling, and you will get clarity and confidence on the value that you bring. You get to reinvent yourself and become known for the woman that you want to be known for. And you get to position yourself, be in the driver's seat of creating your own opportunities. To me, that is priceless. And so a few things that we're going to work on in Queen's Launch is your presence. So how you want to be seen visually and energetically. We're going to work on your public speaking skills and communication. So your confidence on camera, speaking clearly, authentically, and magnetically. We're going to work on your content creation skills, creating content that feels exciting and in alignment with who you are and your value. Okay, we're also going to work on your messaging, of course, like having clarity and confidence in that, and your personal experience, sharing your insight and knowledge. And then also, so self leadership. When you know you're made for more and you step into the leadership, you taking up space, you being visible, is you stepping into a leadership position. Okay, so leading yourself to be committed, consistent, creating momentum over time, plus leading through integrity, right? Positioning you as a woman that people listen to. Those are a few things that we are going to work on. And of course, creating your own opportunities. I'm going to put the link in the description box if you guys want to grab that. The beauty about this one is that right now it is one-on-one. Okay, so I would highly recommend taking advantage of it, being that is one-on-one, because you get like personalized coaching. Eventually it's either going to go into a group coaching or simply a course, where maybe with a course you may not have me hands-on. And so this is a great opportunity if you want to get someone who is literally going to coach you, guide you, support you, hold you accountable, and create strategy for you. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and put that link in the description box for you to grab. But yes, ladies, if you know you're made for more, it is your birthright to be an inspiration, and it is also your, how can I say it? It is also your duty. It is also your duty to be proof of possibility. It is your duty to show up, to show what is possible through you just simply betting on yourself. Alrighty, and so that is it for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, ladies.